Let's start the program. Japanese Trader Radio Introduction Ver.2.0 by Gift and Craft. In this program, I, a middle-aged Japanese man, Gift and Craft, is recording this week's trading record and delivering a presentation in broken English every Sunday from 4:45 to 5:30. The table of these contents is changed daily to make the program more appealing, and when a significant change is made, I update the introduction. This is Introduction version 2.0. I think it the royal investment road to earn investment capital through short-term FX trading and to manage this capital with stocks suitable for medium to long-term investment. This is based on Tsubasa Yozawa's argument. The table of contents is structured as 1 FX, 2 stock. Now, let me explain 1 FX. First, 1 surveillance. I think there are two main types of research to prepare for trading. First, market monitoring to determine whether to execute a trade. Second, a narrower investigation that determines whether to execute a trade. Assuming a certain degree of prospects for doing so, I have designated the first survey as 1-1 surveillance and the second survey as a part of 1-2 order. 1-1 surveillance, 1-1-1 market movement. I have decided to limit my trading to three currency pairs, euro dollar, pound dollar, and dollar yen. Surveillance will also be conducted on these three currency pairs, specifically using MT4, record the bid prices at around 5:15 and 17:15 on weekdays and the bid price on Saturday morning. Early Saturday morning, I will conduct technical analysis on charts close to this week's closing. My technical analysis is multi-time frame analysis using MT4, daily, 4-hour, 1-hour, and 5-minute charts. The indicators used are simple moving average 14, Bollinger Bands 20, and Ichimoku Kinko Hyo crowd. It's the method of FX trader Ketty. 1-1-2 economic indicators. I limit my trades to 1 to 2 times a week, and I check 5 economic indicators each week. Economic indicators subject to surveillance are checked through TradingView. The names, the release date and time, previous figures, forecast figures, and price movement forecasts are decided in advance, early on Saturday morning, and the results of this week's announcements are confirmed. 113 News and Events. Every Monday through Friday evening, I check the FX news on TradingView. Additionally, every Monday through Saturday morning, I will add and check articles about FX from the Nihon Keizai Shimbun. News and events can be subjectively perceived as either being factors into the current market or not. I train myself to gather information distinguishing between the two. 114 Next week's FX trading strategy and tactics. I prepare them early Saturday morning as surveillance that don't assume trading activity for the coming week. If I'm planning to trade next week, it would be effective to research and execute based on this surveillance. Next, 1-2 order. Each trading is assigned a serial number by fiscal year. I will explain this in 3 stages: new orders, trailing, and verification. I assume trading will occur once or twice a week. Also, since this is a short-term trading, I assume that the trailing frequency will be basically once. I review orders in the early morning and evening hours, Monday through Friday. Also early last Saturday morning, I will be adding in the creation of this week's FX trading strategy and tactics. FX trading orders are decided based on this surveillance. Before going to bed from Monday to Friday, I listen to an information program called FX Focus and taking this information into consideration. I make time for FX trading when necessary. When placing a new order, I conduct fundamental and technical analysis to determine whether to go long or short. New orders are placed as market orders, and OCO settlement orders are placed at the same time. I will clarify the basis for the price of new orders, stop-loss orders, and limit orders. To avoid trading too carelessly, I consider both the scenarios of taking profits and taking losses, and I compare and consider both to clarify the reasons why I believe there is a high probability of profit. Before going to bed after the next business day, I can do trading, but this will be done in the same way as a new order. Verification will be carried out before going to bed on the business day following the settlement. In addition to individual analysis, the verification will aim to abstract the analysis, content, and create a manual that can be generally applied to similar cases. Next order can be placed the next business day after verification. I will explain 2 stocks, 2-1 surveillance, 211 会社指揮法 surveillance. This is a way to look through all the stocks listed in 会社指揮法. Investor Seiji Watanabe says he reads every issue of 会社指揮法, and I generally agree with this method. When selecting stocks, there is a concern that I may be biased towards familiar industries and stocks, and I may never discover hidden high-quality stocks. However, if I read the entire 会社指揮法 every issue, I can look over all the stocks, thereby preventing this bias. However, for part-time traders, reading through the entire book would take too much time. Also, even if I become a full-time trader, there is a concern that my understanding of stocks will be too shallow. So I developed a dice brand method for researching. This method involves rolling dice and randomly selecting stocks based on the number that comes up, allowing me to monitor overall market trends and discover stocks without bias. 会社指揮法 surveillance is conducted early in the morning from Monday to Friday, so I can introduce up to 5 stocks. For the 5 stocks, I will check 会社指揮法 industry map, and information on the company's website. Each stock is classified into 3 types with different trading strategies: popular leading stock investment, growth stock investment, and value stock investment. For each stock, I will explain the indicators that I have decided on in advance and consider to be important. I also research company profiles, product profiles, IR information, and so on from company websites, analyze stocks, and comment on order prospects. In addition, if I discover a stock that I have held and that I deem worthy of investigation during the process of researching dice brands, I will thoroughly read the latest issue of 会社指揮法 industry map and the company's website, and organize and analyze the information in the same way as for the dice brands. Next, 212 is surveillance, which involves checking and analyzing the price movements of stocks I have held. Every Monday through Friday evening, I check the closing price of my holding brands. Before going to bed from Monday to Friday, I listen to an information program called Today's Stocks, Tomorrow's Stocks, along with the stock information from the Nihon Keizai Shimbun. I monitor the price movements of the stocks I hold and, if necessary, use it as material for research based on specific trading activities. 2.2 inspection. Here, I will organize the reasons for buying, holding, and selling, as well as examine stocks that I have held. The reason for the buying can be classified into three types. The first type is the popular leading stock investment type, where many investors are expected to buy a specific stock in anticipation of its price rising due to association with a specific theme. The second type is growth stock investment, which has a business model that seeks to solve new problems. The third type is value stock investment, where demand for services is expected to remain strong for the foreseeable future. I will consider buying orders using strategy appropriate for each type. The basis for buying is to record in advance the estimated amount or estimated time for determining whether to realize profits or losses. The basis for holding will consider whether the premise of the buying has collapsed due to the occurrence of unexpected specific facts, whether it can be said that a sufficient incubation period has elapsed between the occurrence of the facts assumed as the basis for the buying and the price increase, and so on. The basis for selling will consider whether the fulfillment of the facts in the basis for the buying has been completed, whether any counterfactuals concerning the basis for the buying are anticipated to occur, whether the basis for the buying was incorrect, whether new facts that were not anticipated at the time of the buying have arisen and the assumptions have been undermined, and so on. Regarding experienced holding brands that I have experienced holding and have been sold, I find subjects for verification through sources such as 会社指揮法 surveillance, today's stocks, tomorrow's stocks, and the 日本経済新聞. I then slowly read the latest issue of 会社指揮法, 会社指揮法 industry map, and the company's website, and if necessary, refer to back issues of 会社指揮法 to conduct a multifaceted verification. If an actual order is placed based on the above inspection, 2-3 order will be recorded, rather than treating inspection and ordering as separate tasks. I train my staff to be aware of the continuity between the two, and to base orders on deeper research and evidence. Finally, 3 others. I have a hypothesis that market analysis and trading practice can produce comprehensive knowledge. I have applied knowledge from economics, law, linguistics, history, sociology, psychology, as well as management, Zen, and occultism to my trading rules. I also believe that a healthy life is prerequisite for healthy trading. So I have thought about practicing routines, organization, beauty, health, housework, child rearing, leisure, and more, so as not to sacrifice living a better life. I would like to share various topics related to trading. Thank you for listening. Bye.